Yo everyone, what's going on? Good to see you all. It is me, ShellshockPrime, and I am back once again because tonight I have a lot happening. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you guys had a lot of things you did during the weekend. I'd like to thank H-Bomb for the host. Going on Korean Girl, Professor Rice Pick. Hope you guys are doing well otherwise. So got a lot of stuff happening, but here is, for those who haven't seen it, here is this week's schedule. You can see right here, I'm about to talk about like a couple of plans, future stuff that I'm going to be talking about in just a few minutes. Then around 8 o'clock is going to be when I play Hyper Light Drifter. Then Super Mario Maker 2, viewer levels will happen at 10. And then tomorrow is Hyper Light Drifter again, and if I beat Hyper Light Drifter tonight, I'm starting Steve Will Dig tomorrow. Otherwise, it's Hyper Light Drifter. Then it's Summer of Boredom. I will be spectating the game, but I'm still going to be a part of it. So, more information on that. And then after that... Oh, thank you for the sub. The resub, H-Bomb. Let's see. We got Hyper Light Drifter on Wednesday. If I haven't beaten the game, I'm going to do it Wednesday. Otherwise, I'll do Steam Will Dig. It's just basically like a game I'm just going to put there. Then Super Mario Maker viewer levels at 10. Thursday, I talk about the best, in my personal opinion, the best games on the Nintendo 3DS. Where I'm going to be like talking about like different games in general for at least an hour and a half. Then it's back to Summer of Boredom. We'll be playing like more competitive games because Tuesday is the cooperative stuff. Then Sunday, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm actually going to be streaming on Sunday for once. And it's going to be Crypto the Necro Dancer, so I'll play it for 2 hours. Then I'm going to move on to Super Mario Maker 2 for at least 2 hours of viewer levels. So be sure to check that out. And also, for those who have not voted for the game I pull, here it is. So I have this ready, so if anybody still wants to vote, feel free to do so. So I'm hoping to get this going because I'm hoping to get like Hyper Light Drifter over with this week, and then by next week's time, I should get ready for the Alphabet Challenge Game I, whichever one it may be. It may be Iconoclast. They'll do 2, Into the Breach, or I Am Setsuna. One of those games will be the one. Alright. So yeah, thank you for that sub, H-Bomb, and the host. Yeah, I've been playing 3 Houses on my own accord, and I'm actually enjoying myself with it. I'm taking my time with it, because I've been doing some other things at home as well, but from what I've been playing, I loved it, and I'm going to be playing a lot more of it. I actually went with the Black Eagles, because I'm going to be doing 3 playthroughs. I'm going to do Black Eagles first, then I'm going to do the Blue Lions, and then I'm going to do the Golden Deers. I did see your response, and yeah, I will do my best to get as much time into the game as possible, because there's stuff I know for a fact I don't want to miss. I heard there's some really deep things later on. Thank you for the 100 bits, H-Bomb. Alright. So let's talk about a couple of things that I like to announce. Because I have a couple of plans that I'm gonna be doing. First off, I'm gonna be going to Long Island Retro on August 10th. It's from August 10th to August 11th. I'm only gonna go just that Saturday, because traveling to and from Long Island is actually pretty pricey. I'm only just gonna do one day, so I'm just gonna go that day, where I'm just gonna check out all the retro vendors, as well as they have the free plays for arcade games, as well as console games, PC games. They pretty much have something for everybody there. They have tournaments, they have panels and stuff. But again, I'm only gonna go one day. Yeah, I can't make it that Sunday because, like I said, I could only do one day. I know that Cheap Ass Gamer is gonna be there. Yeah, there's some pretty good guests there, but I know My Life in Gaming is gonna be there. are the ones who have like who work on backloggery.com. So I'll see if I can meet them. But yeah, I'm going to go there, and I'm hoping to have a great time as always because I've been to last year's and the year before, and I had a great time with that. So I'll definitely be there that Saturday only. So yeah, like, cause I'm gonna be hanging out with a bunch of people, like whether it be friends who are streamers or also from Switch and Play NYC. Practically anybody. If you're gonna be going to Long Island Retro, feel free to say hi to any of us. Like we'll definitely be happy to see any of you guys. All right. So that's one thing. The next thing I want to talk about is the fact that there have been a couple of games that I have planned and I've actually attempted to stream at some point, but ended up not really going through with any of them because for one reason or another, some games just didn't work out. For example, I'm planning on like when it comes to rhythm games, like I already have a Cryptid the Necrodancer stream plan. I wouldn't mind doing some of them, but Rhythm Heaven Fever, I'm not sure if I will ever stream that. But Cryptid the Necrodancer, I definitely want to do. But I have a couple of games that like I thought about streaming, but decided against it because of the fact that I'm not sure how to actually plan all that out. Games of Hyrule, I don't have that yet. I don't have it because I still gotta play Cryptid the Necrodancer. So when I do that, then I'll get Games of Hyrule. Let's see what else. Another thing is I gotta put this fan. Sorry. Another thing is that I'm thinking about like doing a couple of RPGs every once in a while. Like it'll just be like a random like RPG that I want to play that's not part of my alphabet challenge. And what I'll probably do is figure out a good like day that I want to do it, just to do it like probably like once a week or every other week I'll do it. It'll probably be one of those sporadic things. And I will let you know when it is, but I'm gonna call it like the RPG Club or something. That's a tentative name, like it's not final, but I have a couple of RPGs that I like to do. One of which in particular is I want to do the entire Secret of like the entire Mana series that, well, at least the first 3 games, not the entire, just the first 3 games. So I plan on getting the collection of Mana. I kind of want to get a physical copy. And what I want to do is I want to get that and be able to play each and every one of them. So there's 3 games with that. There's Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, and Trials of Mana, the original one. So that's something I would like to do. There's a few other games I like to do, whether it be like a regular turn-based RPG, action, strategy. I'm going to be doing some of that stuff. But that said, I haven't figured out when I'm going to be doing any of them, but I'll be sure to go and get myself some of these games and play them whenever I feel like it's appropriate. No man, do digital so that you don't get these cunning stores your monies. Well, I have my opinions on GameStop, but I'll just keep that to myself for now. But yeah. Another thing is that so by the end of September, my birthday will be coming. My birthday is actually coming up in the next couple of months. Like September is coming up soon. Like so, I'm actually going to be doing a birthday stream. I don't know if it's going to be 12 hours, but it's actually not like I haven't decided if I'm going to do it the day before my birthday or the day of, because one of those days I have personal plans. So whichever day I have personal plans, the other one will be when I have my birthday stream. So I'll have a couple of games that I'm going to be doing, like Super Mario Maker 2. I will say this right now. There will be no Splatoon. There will be no Smash Brothers as part of it. So Super Mario Maker, Jackbox, because I haven't done Jackbox in a while. Probably going to be doing like 3 games from, okay, 2 games from like from Jackbox 5, 1 game from Jackbox 3, which would be Trivia Murder Party, and 1 game from Jackbox 4, which will be Survive the Internet. The ones from 5 that I'm actually wanting to do would be Split the Room and Mad vs. City. Those are the ones I would probably do from 5. Yo, what's up, Wally? Good to see you, dude. So yeah, also, like that, I'll have more information on what I'm going to be doing in regards to my birthday stream, like in the next couple of weeks. But for now, it's just going to be like a couple of games. I probably might have more. It may or may not be 12 hours, but I'll let you know how long it's going to be when I do my birthday stream. And I'll have a couple of different formats in regards to how I do things, but again, that's something that I'll talk about soon. Yeah. So that's practically my birthday stream idea that I want to do, because I've never actually got to stream at all during my birthday. So I decided, you know what? Let me just do that. It's going to be something specifically like for me to do, and I would like to do that. Yeah, because my birthday is on September 29th, so it's going to be within that exact weekend that I'm going to be doing it. Let's see. So I'll also announce what are going to be 2 games that are part of the rejected Alphabet Challenge games that ended up like losing the respective polls that they're in. Both of them are in different ones. The first one is going to be one that was part of the G games, which is Greece. I'm not sure what's the correct pronunciation, but since I decided to look at how long to beat, and it's actually a pretty short game, so I could probably just do a one and done stream for Greece at some point. And the other game is going to be Astro Striker Gunvolt. I'm going to be borrowing a copy from a friend of mine who has the physical copy on Switch, and I will be doing the first Astro Striker Gunvolt. I will do 2 eventually, but I'm going to focus on the first one, since I started that game like years ago on my 3DS, but never really finished it. So there's that. So I will have more games that were on my Alphabet Challenge, but I've never actually but ended up like not winning their polls. Like I will have more of those, but I'm only gonna do like 1 per each letter rather than do every one of them. So yeah, so Gris will be first, and then Astro Striker Gunvolt will be after that. Like Gris will be happening like alongside whatever game is game I, and then Astro Striker Gunvolt will be right after game I. So those are going to be like the games that I'm going to be going with. Next up, the next thing I want to talk about is that, personally speaking, I'm honestly thinking about like trying to figure out how I want to do like streams on weekends when I'm here, and because I want to do them like sometime within like the late afternoon, but I'll probably end it around like 11 or midnight at the latest. But if I do, it's gonna stick to just being 1 weekend stream a week rather than like both Saturday and Sunday. I'll probably just do like it also depends on like if I go out as well, because most of the time I would like to go out on weekends. So but whatever I do, it's either because 1 or 2 things will happen. Either I'm gonna do something completely different than what I usually do every day of the week, or it'll be just to finish up whatever Alphabet Challenge game that I'm doing, depending on how long that game actually is. Especially if it's a really long game and I just want to get through it as much as possible, and I'll use one of those days to go ahead and do that. So at least there would be that for me to do. Because I'm actually planning on like doing some weekend streams. There'll be more frequent starting this fall. And speaking of this fall, I do have another announcement. And this one is in the form of a video, so be sure to check it out, because I have a marathon that's actually planned. And I did a marathon last year for the entirety of the Mega Man Classic series that was on the Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, as well as the entirety of the Mega Man X series. So I did all that from the end of May last year up until December, also from last year. So now that I've done all of that, I have one plan, and this is not going to be anywhere near as long in terms of how many games I'm going to be doing. But what I am going to do is I'm going to space out like when I'm going to be streaming these games. But Alphabet Challenge will definitely be taking priority, but I will definitely be making time for this. So what marathon is it? Well, get ready, because I'm about to show you what it is right now. Yep, that's right. It's going to be a Kirby marathon. Yep, hype for the Kirby marathon. This is going to be the first Kirby marathon. I actually am going to be doing 3 different marathons for Kirby at some point. The first one, I'm going to stick to the classic era, like from the Game Boy and NES up until the N64. The second one will eventually happen, which will be all of the handheld games, which will be from starting with Kirby and the Amazing Mirror up until Kirby Planet Robobot. Once I'm able to get myself a 3DS capture card, then I will be able to do all the DS and 3DS games. And the last Kirby marathon will be Kirby's Epic Yarn, Kirby Returns to Dreamland, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Kirby Star Allies. And depending on when I do this, if there happens to be another Kirby game that's coming out for the Switch by the time I do that third one, then that will be part of it too. But we'll have to wait and see on that. But right now, I'm gonna be focusing on the first 6 main games for Kirby. I'm not gonna be doing any remakes. I'm not gonna be doing any like spin-off games such as Kirby's Pinball Land or Kirby Star Stacker or anything like that. Those are not going to be a part of that. It's just going to be the main games. But I decided when I eventually get to the DS era, like Game Boy Advance DS era and all that stuff, because I will have Canvas Curse as part of that. So I'll have that with the handheld ones from like Game Boy Advance and onwards, and I'll have Rainbow Curse as part of the console one since that's on Wii U. But other than that, I'm not gonna do like any of the spin-offs that aren't really part of the main universe. But at the same time, I have no way to be able to do Kirby's Tilt and Tumble the way it was meant to be. And given the fact that it has like one of those like tilt like features for the Game Boy Color, I really don't know how I'm going to be able to do it properly the way it's meant to be. So unfortunately, that's not going to happen either. So September 9th, which is a Monday or two. Well, no, it's actually a Wednesday. I actually have to make sure because it's definitely gonna be September. So yeah, because it's definitely gonna be in September, and I'm definitely gonna be doing that because I'm gonna be starting it off with Kirby's Dream Land and Kirby's Adventure, all in the same stream. I may not beat Kirby's Adventure like all in one go, but if I do, that'd be great. but it'll at least be at the very minimum part 1 of Kirby's Adventure, in addition to Kirby's Dream Land. And I'm going to be doing it in the order of when the games were released. So, like, Kirby's Dream Land 2 will be after Adventure, then it's going to be Superstar, which I'll do, like, practically all the main games on there. The only things I'm not really going to do in Superstar that will be the Megaton... Well, I probably might just throw that in as a bonus, Megaton Punch and the Samurai Kirby, but other than that, I'll do all of them, like, so, from Spring Breeze all the way up to the Arena. And the reason I'm not doing any of the remakes is because I feel like I'd rather just play the games the way they originally were. And also, in the case of Kirby Superstar Ultra, I don't have a 3DS capture card at the moment, so I can't really do that. But I'm gonna be playing the Game Boy games on the Wii collection as well as 64. I might actually use the Wii collection for, like, most of the games, but I want to at least use my Super Nintendo Classic for Superstar, so I can use my controller for that. Not only that, but also, good old HD. And, not only that, but also, I would probably just do the Kirby's Adventure through my Switch. Though, if for whatever reason Nintendo decides to release Super Nintendo games, like, real soon on the Switch, then I'll just do, like, those games on that. But Kirby's Dream Land 1 and 2, since I have the collection, I'll just use it on that. Coming to September, I'm definitely looking forward to playing these games all in a row. Yeah, because... Oh, so September 9th is a Monday. So that's when it's going to start. Easily looking forward to doing this. I will have another marathon next year. Like, this will be the marathon for the year. Like, I'm gonna do one a year. And I already have the next one planned, but I'm gonna keep that to myself. And all I have to say is I'm looking into getting myself a 3DS capture card at some point, and my plan with that is I really want to get myself, like, a lot of 3DS footage all up on my channel, because there's a lot of games that I would like to do. Kid Icarus Uprising is definitely going to be the very first game I'm going to do. But after that, anything else, I'll just pick whatever game I want. Because I have my entire DS and 3DS libraries right over there, sitting on my shelf. So I'll eventually do those when the opportunity is right. One of my friends on Twitter tagged me in regards to the fact that another person I know is selling her 3DS capture card, but I don't know, like, how much she's selling it for, but it's most likely going to be out of whatever price range I'm at. I'm still looking into trying to get myself a full-time job, but when I do, I can just start getting myself a lot more money to get a couple of things I like. But I have other things I'm saving up for, but that's personal stuff. But anywho, I definitely want to push to get more 3DS stuff. And if I were to get a PlayStation 4 over getting a 3DS capture card, then Spider-Man's gonna be the first game I'll do, and then after that it's gonna be whatever games I decide to get. I mainly want to get exclusives, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be getting myself the PlayStation Network, like the PlayStation Plus thing that they're doing, where you have to spend like $60 just to be able to play online, but you get all those, like, free games. If I were to do that, I'll probably play a couple of games that I otherwise wouldn't really buy in the first place, but we'll have to wait and see on that. And because I want to see more on PlayStation 5 to see how much it will be, because maybe I might just wait for that and then just get a bunch of cheap PlayStation 4 games. Otherwise, I'll just get a cheap PlayStation 4 and just get a bunch of cheap games that I can easily get. Because there's a ton of games I actually want to get, especially those are exclusive to the PlayStation 4. But what I want to do is I want to see if I can borrow like a friend's Xbox One, because I want to get Rare Replay and I want to stream Conker's Bad Fur Day, as well as a couple of other games that are on that collection. Um, Probably both Banjo Kazooie games, but specifically the very first Banjo Kazooie game, because my brother and I rented that game, and we were in like the final world, but we had to give it back to Blockbuster. So eventually, I'll go back to playing Banjo Kazooie, and I would like to stream that one. But Conker's Bad Fur Day is the main game that I want to stream from Rare Replay. Um, and also, I have a couple of. I will say though, with the exception of Game J, since I'm still figuring out what what other games I want to put on that poll, I have games K up until the letter M, as well as O, P, R, S, and T ready for like all of my mind. But keep in mind, things will change in regards to Alphabet Challenge. I'm still planning everything out. But real soon, all I have to say is, the worst case scenario, if I can't really think of any other games that start with the letter J, because I only have 2 games, which I'm not going to name at the moment. If I can't think of any other games, then it's just going to be those 2 games. But because J is actually like one of the hardest, and I will make a bit of a spoiler. I have no interest in the Just Cause series, so I will not be doing that. But I will say that one of the 2 J games you will easily expect. But even if someone were to post it, I'm not really going to say anything. But you'll have to wait and see. But I will say that the letter N is probably going to be one of the hardest. I will warn you guys right now. When we get to the letter N poll, it's going to be one of the hardest polls for people to vote for, because there's going to be so many games on there that people want to vote for, but they're not sure exactly which one they really want to see the most. So that being said, like, it's all about like what games I know for a fact that I'm planning. But I'm really happy with the progress I've been making with the Alphabet Challenge. How I've honestly been streaming so many of them at once. Not only that, but also the fact that I made it all the way up to H right now. Let's see. Well, I probably won't do Jackbox for that, because I mainly want to do like single player games for my Alphabet Challenge. But Jackbox will definitely make its return to my channel soon. I don't know when, but let's see. And Jackal, well, we'll see about that one. Same thing with Jungler. I'll have to take a lot of it into consideration. Now, as far as everything goes, I didn't even see the message that Wally posted. He said Dream Course. I'm not doing Dream Course. That's not going to be a part of that. Plus, I've never actually. Not only that, I never finished it, but also I don't really like that game that much, to be honest. I didn't really like Dream Course. And I still question why like that was included in the Super Nintendo Classic, but who am I to really judge? But yeah, as far as everything else goes, I do not have a lot. I'm trying my best not to really stream on holidays now. So there's no holiday coming up in August, so that's good. But I do want to do a Halloween stream, but at the same time, I might actually go on Halloween. So I will say, if I were to do a Halloween stream, I have a few games planned. One of which is that I was actually thinking about looking at my library right there. Probably going back to House of Dead Overkill and just do that. because I was streaming that with Silver last year, and we were just trying to like get through as fast as possible, and it was fun like the way we did it because he was playing the Typing of the Dead Overkill on Steam while I was playing House of the Dead Overkill on the Wii, and we were having like two completely different perspectives on that. Do a Luigi's Mansion 3 spook stream for Halloween. It'll be the illest shit. You know what? I'll think about that one. It's not going to be a midnight stream because of the fact that I'm going to be getting the game physically rather than digitally, and it's why I don't really want to get those vouchers that Nintendo's doing because I want to get the games physically. Hey, Link Triforce, good to see you. Yo, what's going on, M&G Mike? But yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3 spook stream will definitely be a really good idea. I'll think about that. If I don't go on Halloween, I'll definitely do that. Oh yeah, Jackbox Party Pack 6 is coming out, and it's gonna have Trivia Murder Party 2 on there. So that's another thing to consider. I'll definitely be doing. I might do a day one stream for Jackbox Party Pack 6. I don't know yet. I gotta figure things out. I'm pretty sure the game's gonna cost about like $24.99, like most of the other games when they come out at launch. But I'll look into that. Let's see. Let's see. So other things I like to talk about. Well, I'm still gonna be doing Summer Boredom. That's gonna be happening throughout the rest of the summer. If anyone's interested, well, I'm gonna post a charity, so if anybody would like to donate, here are the links. For every $100 that's gonna be raised, because we're trying to raise $1,000, and for every $100 that's gonna be raised, it's gonna go to charity for Nami as part of mental illness. We're trying to work on that one, and the other thing about it is that oh, you go back to work on Wednesday because your summer is tomorrow? Ah, I see. Well, the other thing about it is that, like, we're really close to $100 so far. So, for anybody that wants to tune in, it happens every Tuesday at 9 p.m. and every Thursday at 9 p.m. Like, we do, like, more cooperative style games on Tuesdays. Thursdays, we would probably do everything, like, where, everyone's against each other. Sometimes we might do co-op on Thursdays, but it's been really fun so far. I've had a great time playing with M&G Mike, Silverstone 14, Calcos. Yeah, I gotta give shout-outs to M&G Mike and Calcos for making this, like, an awesome experience. So everybody that's been a part of it, like, I'm just happy for that, and I can't wait to do more. But yeah, we're definitely gonna be having more of that. Another thing I want to talk about is, so I'm sure some of you guys have been seeing those promos that I've been opening up the stream with, where it's the mash out crew battle for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Well, the thing about that is this. So on Wednesday, Silver and I have picked our teams, and like, we're going to be having, like, a crew battle. So far, it's 6-on-6, but we might actually have more depending on if other people are interested in signing up. So, here it is, the information. We're going to keep the signups open until August 11th, but August 25th is going to be when it's happening. So, it's going to be Team Silverstone versus Team ShellshockPrime. And we already got our teams ready. I'm gonna start practicing real soon for this, and I'm looking forward to doing this because it's a crew battle where it's gonna be 6-on-6, but maybe more depending on how many more people we get. Probably not too much more people, but the way it's gonna work is we're gonna have like two teams, and it's gonna be a process of elimination. So when someone loses, they're out, but the winner has to stay on until, like, either they're out or they eliminate everybody. It's fun because the Mashup community has done this before with the Tekken crew battles. They've done a couple of them, and they have been doing really well for those. So now we're gonna be doing a Smash one. So if anyone is interested as well, I'm gonna post a link to the Mashup Discord if anybody wants to get some information on upcoming upcoming events, or people just want to play fighting games with each other. Like Tekken is one of the more common ones, but there are people play other games on there too. So if people are interested, I will just make a permanent one rather than a 1-day thing. Right. Here is this one, and yeah, I'm hoping Banjo will be out by that time. By the time we do a second one, because I know for a fact that that Hero will be out, but I'm not sure if he's going to be allowed. But it depends on how things go. But we'll have to wait and see if we do a second. If this one does well, I'm sure there's going to be a second one, and Banjo will be a part of that one, depending on when we do it. But yeah, as far as everything else goes, so August 25th, it will be streamed on the Mashup channel, and I'll be a part of that. I'll be on voice chat there, with Silverstone, because all of this is hosted by a good friend of ours, XD, and we're gonna be doing this, because I haven't really done a lot of Smash stuff on Twitch, but they will return. But the reason I haven't really been doing a lot of Smash stuff is because I'm actually currently saving up for a second Switch, and I'm gonna be transferring everything from my current Switch over to that. And the reason for that is because certain games that I play, especially on dock, like Splatoon being like the big example, I mean, it's natural that when your Switch will get hot, like depending on like what games you play, especially on dock mode. But Splatoon was like the biggest offender as of the past couple of months, to the point where my Switch was overheating, and my Switch would just shut off because of overheating. So I decided, you know what? And I thought about sending it to Nintendo, but the one thing I worry about is that, I mean, I don't mind sending it. The problem is that I don't want to risk losing my Splatoon 2 save, and the reason for that is that the game does not support cloud saves. I mean, other games like Pokemon Let's Go, I don't really care, but Splatoon is like the one I do care, and I've spent so much time on that. I don't want to lose all that progress. So the Switch that I'm going to be getting is going to be the second Switch I'm going to be getting is going to be the one where it has the improved battery life, but otherwise it's practically the same one. But I'm going to get myself the red and blue Joy-Cons because I have the gray ones, and to be honest, I wanted something different. But yeah, because I don't want to get a Switch Lite because you can't put in the dock, so you can't really do anything with that. So I'm not going to get myself a Switch Lite. So I'll definitely get the second Switch. It's supposed to come out in August. I don't know when in August, but it's coming out in August. I'm hoping to get enough for that, if not by then, but sometime like by September. Because what I want to do is I want to go back to doing Splatoon every once in a while. Even though Splatfest may be over, Splatoon is not. I'm still gonna go and play Splatoon every once in a while. I'll do Smash stuff, Mario Kart, but I also want to do some bigger games because I want to get this done by Pokemon. I'm not going to stream the main story for Pokemon, but what I am going to do is I'll do some online battles when people are up for it, probably once a week. Once a week I'll do online battles for that, but I'll wait and see on that. I do have a couple of games I want to do eventually. Like I want to do the Crash trilogy. So that's gonna be something I like to do. Like the Crash Insane trilogy. I guess you could say that's like a mini marathon of sorts, but that's gonna be next year. All three of the Crash games that were remade. I have the collection on Switch, and I would like to do that at some point. Let's see what else I'd like to do. I've honestly put a lot of thought into the next thing I'm going to talk about in regards to going back to the whole RPG thing. I'm thinking about doing an Octopath Traveler stream. I played the game already, but I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently this time. I'm going to go with different characters, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually when I eventually do Octopath Traveler, I'm actually going to make it so that anybody that wants to watch, I'm going to put up a poll for which character they want to see me choose first. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in the order of like getting the characters in the order of first place up until last place in the poll, in the event that there's a tie for any of those characters, I'll make a tiebreaker for those characters. But um, that's gonna be coming like probably close to the end of the year or next year. But I'll probably do like one stream a week for Octopath Traveler. But remember, my Alphabet Challenge streams are going to be a priority, so those will take precedence on what I stream each week. So I'll do at least like 2 or 3 Alphabet Challenge games, and then I'll also have like Octopath Traveler in the works. Um, those are like the main games I really want to do. Let's see, looking at my games list because I have like so many games right there. You can see on like my shelf and also my amiibos. I can safely say I have officially finished the entirety of the Smash 4 amiibo lineup. So I have all of them. The last one I needed to get was the Bayonetta amiibo that's based on Bayonetta 2. Because I bought the other one when it launched like 2 years ago. So now I have all the Smash 4 amiibos. Now I need to start working on finishing up what's left of the Smash Ultimate, which they're still going to release more, but there's still a couple I need to get, and I have a Squirtle pre-order for store pickup at Best Buy, so I'm going to be getting that. But yeah, I will say this though, that looking at my collection, I'm trying to think of like what if I were to get a 3DS capture card, what's the one 3DS game like that you think that I should stream? Because I have a lot of stuff. I have Fire Emblem Awakening and Fates. I have Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds. Metroid: Samus Returns. I'll definitely do that one at some point. I would also like to get into a few other games I've never got into, like Shin Megami Tensei 4. Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Fusions. I heard that one was actually pretty good. Um, let's see, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I'll probably pick up Luigi's Mansion 1 at some point. Oh yeah, Bravely Default and Bravely Second. I've never got to finish Bravely Default, but I'll definitely do that if people are interested in that one. Didn't pick up Bravely Second, but I'll probably pick that one up at some point. I will say I loved Octopath, so I definitely I would enjoy Bravely Default. I have no reason to do Animal Crossing New Leaf or Tomodachi Life, but I might do some stuff in regards to Animal Crossing New Horizons, but I need to know more information on the game. I need to know like what multiplayer modes, multiplayer modes Animal Crossing New Horizons has. So, like, if for certain games that I said I'll do once a week, for multiplayer stuff, like for example, like the multiplayer for Animal Crossing, I'll probably rotate that with some other games. Like if I want to rotate that, or if I want to rotate Pokemon, or if I want to rotate the mainstays like Splatoon or Mario Kart or Smash and all that stuff. Plus, I want to do some more retro games. I have a lot of retro games that I would like to do. Hoping to get the Sega Genesis Mini because that's going to come out like in September. I definitely want to show off Mega Man: The Wily Wars on stream, like how it runs on the Sega Genesis Mini. Want to do a couple of other games on that too. But I haven't played 3D Land since it came out on 3DS. I'll probably do that as a stream at some point when I get the 3DS capture card. But I have no interest in doing New Super Mario Bros. 2 or the original New Super Mario Bros. So I'll just do 3D Land just for the hell of it. I also want to see if every once in a while I can get my girlfriend to come over and we can do some co-op streams together because she really wants to. She really wants to do this, and we'll have to start planning on that. But that's something we'll have to talk about. So that's something I would like to do eventually, like have my girlfriend come over and I would play games with her. So, oh yeah, there's Monster Hunter Generations on 3DS, but to be honest, there's really no point for me to stream that or even play that when I have Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate on the Switch. And even then, if I really want to stream a Monster Hunter game, I will say this right now. I'm gonna be picking up Monster Hunter World at some point. I'm gonna be doing that. And I'm looking into getting myself an Xbox Game Pass because I will actually like to get into Sea of Thieves and joining in with Silverstone and Mike and Calgos for Sea of Thieves. I like to do that. I have a few other ideas, but those are the main things I like to do. Those are the main things that I like to cover. But so I'm gonna be back in about 10 minutes, and when I come back, I'm gonna be getting ready to play some more Hyper Light Drifter. And maybe I might beat the game, maybe I might not. But we'll have to wait and see. So if I beat it tonight, then it's gonna be Steam World Dig tomorrow, Wednesday. Otherwise, it's gonna be more Hyper Light Drifter. So stay tuned, and when I come back, more Hyper Light Drifter.